Oh, so pretty.
All right. Good evening, everybody. How are we doing?
Good. How
Pretty
are you?
Doing all right.
You sitting in the middle of a blizzard.
What?
It finally stopped snowing here.
In Tennessee,
it-
you have a blizzard.
Yep, I'm
Craziness.
snowed in. Like about a foot of snow.
Wow. You guys got
Yeah, it's insane.
a good amount of snow. We're at negative 10 degrees here
Oh, jeez.
with some snow. Craziness. You guys are getting snow, huh? So no work tomorrow?
I still have to work, but I do a lot of it out of the house.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
So,
good.
unfortunately.
Fortunate or unfortunately?
It's unfortunate. I still have to work, even though,
Oh, you're at home.
yeah.
All right, so I've created us a new landing page for the adventure. So it's going to show us your quest that you are on right now. Gives you a little bit of the city of Sigil. And I know it's not easy to see it, but you'll be able to look on an adventure, actually, the bigger map. So that's the new landing page for that. So last week, you guys finally made it out of the Great Mortuary, and once you arrived, got out of the mortuary, you were in the Hive District, pretty run-down area of town. There you've met your first tout, and her name was Parissa. She gave you, she kind of took you down to where you wanted to go. She was kind of disappointed that you wanted to go straight to a very boring part of Sigil, and that was the you wanted to go to the Hall of Records, which is actually down in the Clerk's Ward. It's a magnificent building of 5 towers, golden facades, columns, all that. Bureaucracy is down there. And that's where we ended the adventure. Entering the Hall of Records, you were told to go on to the 13th floor room, and I think we ended it right there. So we'll pick it up there unless you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns about the adventure, what's happening, or anything like that.
Nope.
No.
Okay, let's get into it. Put you back on the main map here of the Hall of Records. Okay. So you've given the information to make your way up to the Hall of Records for a room or a particular floor to get to from a reception desk. So once you're given that information, what are the 4 of you doing on this first floor? You need to head up to the 13th floor. This is a bustling building, especially the main tower that you're in. Lots of people moving in and out. A lot of them look like some workers. A lot of them are some kind of bureaucrat within the city here. Most are dressed quite formally in some kind of noble garb. A very exquisite building that you're in here. The four of you are disheveled looking. You look like adventurers, but you know, you look like you've waken up from the dead. A couple of you,
I
one
look
of you,
fantastic.
look like you've got very little skin hanging on your body and whatnot. The rest of you could probably go for a good night's rest and a hot bath at some point. You all look very, basically like you've just waken up from the dead. So there are several spiral staircases that lead up around the tower to different floors of this large center tower that you guys are in. So you'd have to make some kind of walk up the stairs, if you wish, to this 13th floor. Is that what the four of you are planning to do, or is there something else you guys are thinking?
That was the plan for me.
Yeah,
ascend
we
the
need to
stairs.
figure out who we are.
Yeah, that's my main mission.
Okay. You make it your way up the stairs, trying to pass by people. They're in a hurry, passing you by. There's a lot of people with paperwork in their hands, piles of folders of paperworks. As you slowly are trying to make your way up the stairs, kind of dodging in and out of people's way as they're hurrying up and down the stairs. You finally arrive to the 13th floor. It's a very large open floor. The stairs continue up and around, higher up under the tower. But this is your floor. This is where you were told to go. Once you enter this main room, it's a huge room. There are pigeonholes all up and down this room. This room is probably about 15, 20 feet tall. And they go from floor to ceiling, pigeonholes of paperwork in each one of these pigeonholes. And there's countless of them, thousands and thousands of these holes all over the walls surrounding this large room. There are many people seated at desks, furiously writing with quails and on parchment. Some are magically being infused on the parchment from other of these clerks. There is a main long desk with several, at least 20 individuals sit at this desk here, and they're all basically writing something on parchments and forms of some sort. There are several large ladders that go from floor to ceiling that are on rails that go around the different areas of the walls of all these pigeonholes, but there's also, you see some levitating creatures, other creatures that are levitating, that are putting files or whatever in these pigeonholes and then levitating back down to the ground and bustling around. There's a murmur of activity going on.
So there's pigeons that's like flying everywhere? Or do we see any pigeons?
Pigeonholes. These are pigeonholes in the walls. Just like little cubby holes in the wall,
Oh.
all of the walls. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought they were using like
Like those little square
pigeons.
slots where mail goes sometimes
Right.
in movies.
Right.
There are no pigeons.
Yeah, I don't know. You never know in this point.
But there is a multitude of different races here that you see. There are from centaurs to cyclops to ogres to halflings, gnomes, little cat-like people, little rabbit-like people, little mouse-like people running around. Some races you've never seen before. You look around, you think to yourself, as It's just a crazy flurry of different types of people, of creatures, working in this one large office.
Hmm.
I guess does there look like there's any
Well, there's
people that
these
are the
all
same race
these
as Goat?
desks. There's all these desks, but there's one main desk, kind of in the forefront of everything, where there's about 20 individuals, creatures and humanoids working, sitting down working, clerks there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess I'll go up to that. Yeah.
To the desk. Okay.
Yeah, why not?
You happen to walk up to one that is this rabbit-like creature, very small, size of a gnome, if not smaller. And it's sitting on a stack of books on a chair, so it's raised up so it's able to reach the desk. You see its little furry feet, long rabbit ears, but it's also very humanoid, like a half rabbit, half human. As you approach, it looks up to you. Its little whiskers shake back and forth. You see these tiny little spectacles on its nose, and it pushes up and looks at you. And asks, "Yes, I'm quite in a hurry here. Tell me, what do you need?"
Yeah, I'm trying to discover who I am. I've lost my memories.
Twitches its nose,
Surely
its
you're-
whiskers shake a little bit, looks at you and says, "Name, your
I
surname,
don't-
and then your first name."
I don't remember any of that. That's why I'm here.
Whiskers twitch again,
Yeah.
it takes the quill and kind of pads itself against its nose, and it goes, "You don't know your name? Yet you're here. How is that supposed to help me? Without a name, I cannot look up any records of you."
Me and my friends have forgotten who we are, and I'm gonna kind of like nod my head at my party members.
Let me think. Maybe a place of birth? Here? Were you born
No.
in Sigil? Somewhere in the wards? Perhaps an address?
I
Time
don't remember
is money.
anything.
Money is time.
I don't even remember. I don't even know what race I am.
I'm gonna search and see if I have a name written down somewhere
Okay.
in my stuff.
Give me a investigation check, please.
You checking your underwear if your mommy put your name there?
Yeah, you're looking through all your stuff. Some of it seems like instinctual familiar to you, but you don't find a name, initials, nothing like that.
I have a trinket, but I don't think it has anything on it.
What's your trinket?
That's just a trinket. I'm gonna guess it's a locket of some sort.
Okay. Well,
I would have had a love letter, but that's in an incinerator.
let us see. How else can we figure this out? Not at all. No memories of home, of places that you've lived, how you've arrived in Sigil. Most curiously indeed. You know, for last memory, perhaps you should go for the Institute of Intellectual Excellence down in the market ward. Perhaps they could read your thoughts, or perhaps figure that out here. Without anything to go on, what do you expect me to look for? I mean, look around you. There are thousands upon thousands of records here of people who either live in Sigil or has passed through here at some point.
That's Centaur. This off. I'm gonna look at everyone. She told us we could come here and find this out. We can't. She ripped this off.
What a centaur did you say? Yeah, never trust a centaur.
Yes.
That's my
yes.
understanding. I see.
No.
No.
Never.
Let's not give
I-
up quite yet. Let's think a little bit. I have just a few more moments to be able to spend with you here. Anything at all, anything you could possibly think of that would help me figure out who you are.
Is there something for like descriptions or something?
Perhaps uniforms?
Maybe if we
Do you
can match
belong
our
to any of
physical.
Do you belong to any of the factions here? Any uniforms, perhaps? Have you checked all of your equipment?
I have a jester's outfit.
Perhaps you belong. Perhaps you work over at the fest hall over, north of here. The Civic Fest Hall, perhaps there. Perhaps anybody? I need Kelzon to roll an investigation check, please, as you're going through your things.
Okay.
Come on, good. Big money, no whammies.
He's not very smart, so let's see. What
Big money, no whammies.
As you're
Yes!
digging through not just your things, but everybody else's, you pull out a Herald of the Dust uniform. And it's very, very familiar to you for some reason.
I'm gonna.
What do you got there? The little rat, the Herman points down at. What is that? Bring that forth here. Come, let me see. And he adjusts his little spectacles on his nose, and his whiskers furrow again. What is that? It looks like a Herald of the Dust uniform. Any of you remember being a faction member of the Heralds of Dust? Perhaps that's to me. It looks like an initiate's uniform, nothing high up or anything, like you had just joined not too long ago, perhaps within the last few weeks or months. Let me see.
We woke up in the morgue.
Well, perhaps that's somebody works there. Is that yours? He's pointing at each one of you. Is it yours? Is it yours? Is it yours? Is it yours? Is it yours?
Just blank-faced. No recollection.
Is it like tailored, or is it like just like a one-size-fits-all kind of uniform?
Well, it is tailored more to a taller person or more of a humanoid that's taller. Definitely not halfling, dwarf, gnome, any of those size, or even the Herman size here. I'm wondering. This could be something we could go on, but I need to know whose it was, perhaps, and also it does look like an initiate.
Yeah.
Jumps down off of the what's that?
He was just saying, like, when I touched it, I felt moved in some way. So maybe it's mine.
He jumps down off his stacks of books off of his chair, and you see him hopping over to one of the back wall where all the different cubby holes are at, and jumps to the ladder and starts hurrying up this ladder, and slides along the wall to an area, a different decent size area, pulls down this very thick tome. It is barely able to carry it. It's bigger than he is, and he's just, trying to balance it over as he comes over to the seat. And as he's standing there, this huge ogre comes by, picks the tome up, and then, "Let me help you with that, Sam," and puts the book right in front of on his desk there, and he jumps up and goes, "Thank you very much, George." And he jumps up onto the back up on his stack of books on his desk at his seat there. This thing is huge and thick. Yeah, well. It would happen to be in the last probably weeks or months that the initiate would have joined the order. And he opens the books up and it's flipping pages super fast, all the way towards almost to the end of the book. Let's see. Well, no. Perhaps, and starts looking you over, Kelzad, quite closely. Adjusts his spectacles again. No. Definitely not. Well, this is promising. This could be... Yes. Yes, this is you. You're... If I'm not mistaken, you're a Charter Kai elf. Am I correct? Oh, he wouldn't know anyone, he laughs himself. But anyway, there is this is a listing here for initiate who has joined within the last few months. A Shatter Kai elf. Not much detail is given other than a name of Kelzod. Kelzhod. No home or anything like that. It's definitely an initiate of the Order, the Heralds of Dust. Quite interesting indeed. This could be you. Matches your description a little bit. I mean, there's no real description, but it matches your race and a name.
That name feel right there, buddy?
I'm very subtly putting distance between me and the rest of my party members now. Perhaps I work there, and perhaps I've just helped these people escape. That's not going to be very good for the bosses.
He slams the book shut. You hear it echoes through, and everybody kind of stops what they're doing and continues on going. Well, we've maybe solved quite the mystery, have we not, Kelzod? I mean, you must be Kelzod. You're the only strange elf here in your group of individuals.
A very nice calling range, talking rabbit.
Congratulations, Schnitzel, you got a name!
Yeah, I don't know who I am. I thought I'd learn my name and be some moment with I'm remembering everything, but no. And now I'm working for the bad guys. I wouldn't do that. Maybe there was an accident there, and it got crazy apples and dancing puppets. Maybe that happened, and I forgot myself.
Speaking of that, did you grab the apple off the table?
Oh, of course. I'm still.
Oh, okay, so you still have the apple. Okay.
Absolutely. All right. I get hungry later.
Sure.
Real quick, I have a question.
Out of character or in character?
Out of character.
Okay.
Since he said George, and with Penny's father's name, would she recognize it or have a memory of it?
Penny's father's name is George.
Georgie.
Roll me a wisdom check, please. This is a pretty high DC.
Okay. Public roll.
Nope.
Yeah. No, it doesn't strike anything at all.
Okay.
I'm
so glad the app is working.
I'm gonna walk up to Kelzod, very deeply stare into his face and nah, you ain't a bad guy. Just not even roll. Yeah, you ain't a bad guy. Nah. Just right into his face.
And he pulls out this pocket watch, and he looks at his pocket watch. I have just a few minutes till my coffee break, so make it quick.
Well, thank you very much, my bird friend. It's very nice of you to assume, but Mr. Talking Rabbit, what should I do? Should I go back and see if they know who I am? They were trying to kill me.
If they're trying to kill you, perhaps they don't know who you are. Or perhaps you've left your post and they're very upset with you and want to kill you. I mean, I don't really mess with the Heralds of Dust because the only time I'll mess with the Heralds of Dust is when I'm dead. So, and hopefully that's a very, very long time from now.
Have you ever had anyone try to kill you? What did you do?
Well, I've been very lucky. No one's tried to kill me or want to kill me, and I'd pretty much like to keep it that way. Thank you.
Maybe it's because of your feet.
My feet?
Shut up.
Kelzod's feet?
Shut up, clown lady. That's rude.
What? You never heard of Lucky Rabbit's feet?
Oh my god.
You don't talk about rabbit's feet to a rabbit.
Have you ever heard
I'm not
of
a
Lucky
halfling,
Tiefling
so
Tail?
I don't have the halfling luck.
Have you heard of Lucky Tiefling Tail? Sort of from this way.
I'm I'm a halfling, so I must be.
Realize
This
like
huge.
Ty gets a realization and grabs his tail like, shit, my fur! It's gone!
It's gone.
The fur on his tail is gone and he's just now realizing it.
the ogre comes back and he goes, "Are you done with that book, Sam?" And he goes, "Of course I am, George. Thank you so much." And waves at him. The ogre picks up the book. It looks like a tiny little book in his hands, and he walks back over to the wall up there and kind of climbs this ladder. And you see this ladder squeaks and bows and everything as this huge ogre's climbing up the ladder to put the book back. So, well, I don't know what else to tell you. Perhaps, like I said, there are a couple opportunities. You could go to a couple of other places. If you
So,
what?
Clowny may be from the fest hall. Maybe.
Perhaps, or just likes dressing up like a clown, a jester. I don't know. Some people are into that kind of
Entirely
thing.
possible.
But
I mean, it does feel right.
well,
And,
you can also still check out the Institute for Intellectual Excellence in the Market Ward, and maybe perhaps you can find some other information there. I am terribly sorry. Without any more information, there is nothing I can give you without you giving me more input.
Thank you for your help. I do have one quick question. What was my name again? I forgot it. I didn't write it down.
Kelzad.
Okay.
Kelzhod. Now, if you must excuse me, it is time for my break. And he reaches
Thank
down
you very
below
much.
the desk and pulls up the sign that points to two different arrows that say "Next window, please." Jumps down and says, "I bid you good day." And then, "I hope you find who you are," and walks off. And kind of bounces.
I'll give him a deep bow as he was walking away. Thank you very much, sir. So, you want to hit the feast hall and see if Clowny here is from there, or hit the market ward?
Which is closer? Because I have no idea where either of those are.
Well, we gotta tell the taxi where to take us.
Oh yeah, who has that whistle?
I believe the whistle was given to Osborne.
Oh, okay. Someone will whistle it.
In the building?
Inside the building?
No, not in the building.
Okay.
I don't know who I am yet.
Let's
You don't,
walk
but
downstairs
you do
and
have the
leave.
whistle.
Let's leave.
The whistle in your one of your pockets, in pouches or whatever.
I'm gonna take out the whistle and be like, I need to know what I am.
All right, so you.
What are my motivations?
All right, so as you guys walk out, you see a group of halflings walking by, dressed to the nines. They're just in this really nice outfits. As they walk by you, Osborne, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Just kind of pull on my morgue sheet shirt and just go, just pout.
Osborne, you want to throw me a wisdom throw, just a wisdom, no saving throw.
Just
wisdom.
pure wisdom.
Yep. Yeah, something kind of clicks in you when the halflings walk by, but it goes away as quickly as it came.
No.
I'm pulling at my morgue sheet tunic and kind of pouting like, damn it, the shirt I found in the morgue was nice. Shit. Just mourning a shirt he barely knew.
Can he wear these Initiates of Dust uniform that we have?
Yeah, I mean, it would probably fit bit.
I
mean, you're probably a little taller than Tag is, but they'd probably be all right.
I don't want to be confused as one of those people. Sorry.
All right. Just
The
remain
smell is very heavy with formaldehyde. The uniform
Yeah.
smells
I'm not surprised.
heavily of formaldehyde. So, yeah.
It's better to be a naked burnt person. I see.
Oh, I think you guys wrap something around her.
I'm wearing a morgue sheet as a toga.
Yes, it goes like a toga as it's wrapped around her, so it's not going to be burned up, but not naked. Naked. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys leave the Hall of Records, the towers behind you as you walk through the Golden Gates, back to the streets of Sigil in the court ward that you are, the four of you are in at the moment. As you're standing there, kind of wondering what to do and haven't quite blew on the whistle, you see
I mean,
a
if
huge
I kind of lost my
What was that?
money. If someone wants, if we could do more at the market ward. I think. Give me some proper pants. Maybe find
Is that
out.
what you guys want to go as the market ward?
Throwing it up. Market ward.
As you guys are kind of thinking about what you do, this huge frost giant, female frost giant, very bookish looking, comes rumbling by you and trips before the four of you as she was hurrying to the Hall of Records. You see this stack of titanic papers fly into the air. And she goes, "Oh no, my papers, my papers!" As they hit to the ground. Please,
I'm rushing. I'm rushing to help.
Help me.
I'm rushing to help.
Okay. Everybody who's helping.
I want to use help with Mage Hand.
Okay, so you cast Mage Hand. Give me a dexterity as you're trying to help grab these papers that are the frost giant dropped.
Just a dexterity?
Yes. No, you don't. You use Mage Hand, right?
Oh.
This should be fun, considering I have everything at disadvantage. Oh, sweet lord.
So you're able to grab a lot of these papers for this frost giant. Who else is helping?
I'll help.
All right. So
Just snag them all and kind of hold them together.
Okay. You grab some too. Anybody else helping? I know the Mage Hand is grabbing them also. Swifting around, picking up these things, the papers. As the frost giant picks herself up, and she's trying to dust herself off, pushes her spectacles up closer to her face, hair's disruffled, everything. I'm so sorry. My name is Olga. It's a pleasure to meet you for helping me gather my papers. There. Oh, I'm so late. She puts her head down and shakes it. You guys give her all the papers back?
Yeah. Here you go. It's a pleasure, Miss Olga. Maybe step a little more carefully so you don't trip again, eh?
Thank you so much. I appreciate all of your help here. Is there something wrong with you? As she looks at you, there, Tag.
Yeah, I kind of picked a fight with an incinerator and lost. It's okay.
Usually that'll happen. And she's reaching down in her purse and pulls out some coin and hands it out to you, Tag. Drops the coins in your hand. Thank you again. I got to get going. But
thank you very much, ma'am.
And she hurries off back towards the Hall of Records. You received 25 gold pieces, but they're all mixed. So you see some dragons from Waterdeep, some other types of coin along the Sword Coast, but then you've got these really strange other coins that you've never seen before. They're all gold, but it's just like a mixture of different coins. It isn't everything that. None of it's familiar to you very much. You're not sure what any of it is.
I'm admiring the differences in beauty of these. Like,
they're
wow,
much different.
I really do have everything.
Yeah. But there's, 25 gold pieces?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet. No one has to buy me new pants. I can buy my own pants.
So is anybody... All right, so where are you guys going? Have you made a decision yet before you blew the whistle, or... the city
Shouldn't
is...
we go to that
What's that?
that place that they told us we can get our memories back?
Okay,
In the
so
market ward,
you wanna
yeah.
head up to the market ward
Yeah.
then?
I'm gonna like blow that whistle like it's never been blown before.
Okay, so you blow the whistle as hard as you can, and there's not a sound comes out at all. No sound. It's very
You
strange.
see him I just throw it on the ground and be like, this is broken.
But as soon as you throw it on the ground, you hear something trotting up to you. It's all
Oh,
I'm gonna pick it up.
stops in front of you, and there's your tout. You know, that whistle wasn't cheap, and that kind of is upsetting. You threw it on the ground there.
Oh, I apologize. I thought it wasn't working.
Oh, but you can't hear.
You,
it 'cause
you
you're-
took us to this library. No
She
one knows
says-
how to get our memories back.
Well, I'm sorry.
Figured he
I
conned us.
tried, but look, listen. This whistle you can't hear as a halfling. Okay, halfling ears cannot hear this. In fact, all of you, you're a halfling. You're a
Like a dog
tiefling.
whistle.
Right, you're a tiefling.
What's a dog whistle?
And you
Wait.
are a astral elf of some sort. I've never seen your kind before, but I've read about your kind before. And so, and she points out every one of your guys' races. And none of you can hear this
Tiefling.
whistle.
Huh.
So, they couldn't help you there at the market, the Hall of Records. I'm terribly sorry. So
That's
sorry
okay.
about
We
that.
got one. We got a name.
So you
We got a
ready to
name for
go-
one of us.
Are you ready to go get some food at the Planner Grub, or maybe some ink at Fell's Tattoos? Something fun, right? Exciting, I hope, right? That's what we're doing. I'm going to send you around to some of the neat stuff here in Sigil.
We're thinking about the market ward.
So you're thinking the Great Bazaar or something else?
Yeah. Great Bazaar. I'm wanting to get out of the sheet. Do some shopping.
Okay, well, I will warn you, the Great Bazaar is big and busy. So you need to be like
Wouldn't be
extra
great if it wasn't.
special careful there, since you guys have never. Well, you could be Sigil residents. I don't know who you are, but you want to get to the market ward? I'd be happy to take you there, but we haven't decided yet on a price. You were going to pay me to be your tout, and I thought I'd give you a ride.
Didn't we coins last time?
Well, what's our decision here?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. And you know what else is in the market ward that is so very tasty? Is the Gastro Gnome. Best diner, I think, in all Sigil.
Ooh, I gotta go
Sounds
there.
good.
For some reason, I have an affinity for food.
Oh, or maybe you all look like you could use a little relaxing time in the flame pits. Soak in the flame pits is something wonderful.
No, thank you. Not right now, please. I think I've had enough of fire for now.
Something to think about. All right, let's start heading up to the market ward, shall we? Yep, that's where we want to go, right? That's what you guys decided on?
Yeah, market ward.
Okay, we'll do that.
Let's go
Yeah.
shopping.
Wait, what?
Shopping.
I know, but wasn't one of your people saying something, you know?
Oh, sorry.
She looked at you, Calzon. What?
Didn't say. I said nothing. Wasn't saying anything.
All right, so we're going to the bazaar first, or are we going to the gastronome? Sound like you guys seemed like you were hungry.
What is at this gastronome? You're trying to get us to go there, but you have your friends that are going to jump us. You keep mentioning
Me?
this.
No,
Go
I'm
to
a
gastronome.
bona fide city employee. I'm a tout. Why would I want to jeopardize my job? First, I'm not that kind of person. You know, you've got a lot of trust issues. You know that?
And he's just like staring at her, like trying to read her expression.
All right. Well, get on board, and I'll take you over. Where are we going? The gastronome first, or the Great Bazaar? Or are we going to somewhere else, like perhaps the Institute for Intellectual Excellence? That's too smart for me, that place.
Bazaar, then the gastronome? Get me some pants before we actually go and eat. Please?
All right, well, whatever. I'm going to head towards the market ward, and you guys make your decision on the way there. In the meantime, I'll give you a slight tour while we make our way to the market ward. What was that?
Tide really wants some pants.
Yeah, Osborne's going to look at Tag and be like, when did you lose your pants?
Your lizard friend pulled me out of an incinerator. I lost everything.
I'm gonna like dig in my bag and see if I can find some like halfling pants that I'm not using and hand it over.
Yes, you do find some halfling pants, but they're gonna be real small on Tog, but that's okay.
It'll be like beachwear.
Yeah.
They're boxers.
Exactly, you got their boxers.
Here, put this on. I really want to go eat.
So she begins to pull
you wear his boxers
behind in her cart, in her carriage behind you as you're trying to fit these halfling fucking pants that are now like shorts that you're wearing.
They're screaming
on there. Exactly.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly.
Yes.
How is the wait? It's got a tail. How does that tail work? Is the tail just like
the tail's gonna have to be cut? You're gonna have to cut a slit through the pants so the tail comes through, obviously.
Yeah.
So, but. And there on her right, as she's walking you guys in the carriage, is the Hall of Information. Hey, we continue on going around the ring here. So much fun. I love Sigil. It's my favorite place of all places. I've been to places. I've taken portals to other places. But nothing beats home. You know? I love being home. And here, it's such a diverse people. It's a melting pot of individuals, right? So many different people, so many different creatures here. I mean, take me for example. You know? I was not born in Sigil. I came here through a portal. Discovered Sigil. Found out I could be a tout for the city. And I just love being with people, you know, with all kinds of individuals. Showing them the city, showing them the best place to go. To our north up here's the Tower of the Sorcerers. Tower of Sorcerers. Or however you
Fancy.
pronounce it. I'm not really sure how you pronounce it for sure, but that's the name of it. But we'll be leaving the ward here shortly. We're about to enter the market ward here. You see all these elaborate houses and streets and everything as you begin to enter the market ward. So we're going. Where are we going first? The gastronome? Is that where we're heading? Or are we going to the Great Bazaar?
Hey, let's get this halfling fed. To the gastronome.
Oh, all right. One of my favorite places to eat. Welcome to the market ward. As you guys roll in through the market ward. She tells you different things about the market ward. It's nestled between the bureaucratic clerks ward and the dignified ladies ward. The market ward buzzes with businesses at all hours. Portals to trade cities across the plains lie scattered throughout its districts, and there are innumerable businesses among them. You know, the Market Ward was once 2 wards, the other being the Guildhall Ward. However, in a city dominated by ideological factions, trade guilds hold little sway, and most factions, except for the Free League and Society of Sensations, discourage members from joining guilds, believing such associations foster splitting loyalties.
Hmm.
So you guys are, as you're rolling in, you notice a few things about the Market Ward. It's most largely a middle class ward. Apart from a small percentage of rich entrepreneurs and its almost notable residents are titans of industry, long-lived moguls, merchant royalty, and age ones who hoard the wealth of the worlds. And their homes are spotless mountains, dwarfed by the other regal headquarters of plane-spanning franchises and distinguished imperial institutions. And she's still speaking with you guys. Well, and the Market Ward doesn't have its share. It has its share of problems too. You know, shopkeepers from every plane compete in its marketplaces, and you've always got them petty quarrels between business owners, and they sometimes can get violent. There's been century-long feuds between planar entities. Some vendors here have gone so far as to stubbornly refuse traditional fees, and that, quaffing at the notion that gold of all things has any value at all. Yeah, just think about it. The grand scheme of the multiverse, you know, few minerals are as rare as their worth might suggest. So just keep in mind when you're doing business here in the Market Ward, they might accept favors or prefer to barter instead of using gold. But be careful. Like every other ward that deals with a lot of commerce, there's always the pickpockets and thieves that flock this ward. Keen to pilfer the pockets of heedless consumers distracted by eye-catching wares. So just be careful here, okay? Other than that, it's a
Hand
great
on the
place.
purse. Gotcha.
Other than that, it's a fun place to be, especially eating here at the Gastronome. You won't regret it. I guarantee it. So she pulls up to the Gastronome here in the Market Ward. It's
That
bustling
building is
and
fantastic.
busy. And she pulls up right by it. Let me go ahead and give you a little bit of a description. Let's go ahead and get the name up here. So you got a little more of the map unlocked. Now, you know, if you don't get a hold of me, or if I'm not available to pick you up, I'm sure someone here in the Market Ward would sell you a decent map of Sigil. But I wouldn't pay a lot for it. Just keep that in mind, because they are made, and the government makes them, the city makes them readily available to everybody. So don't pay a lot for a map. I warn you.
What you thinking? A gold or silvers? Or cheaper?
I wouldn't pay more than a few copper if you're using copper, or you trade some very small trinket or something for a map if you're not going to use the money. Like I told you, a lot of times people don't take money. They'll rather do a trade or a barter of some sort for it. Now remember, there's a few very, very notable locations here, like the Bank of Arbathor Inc. is here. This is a bank that you can do banking in. The wonderful plane pips, we talked about those. The Great Bazaar, and that's about the most notable asset besides here at the Gastronome. You know, diners never know what to expect from the Gastronome. So, oh, you know what? I would suggest you putting on a shirt as she's looking at you, Tag. Going in, it's a little more upscale for someone. They need to wear a shirt. You can't really be shirtless here. When you approach the Gastronome, it looks like a giant metal olive. there are lots of people here. It's a very busy place, and she tells you there's a distinguished and inventive proprietor here who owns the gastronome. His name is Silsey Nugglebelly, and he's a gnome, obviously, and a world-class chef. And she says, you can come here today and then come tomorrow, and you'll never get the same dish that you had today. He never cooks the same dish twice. So, they cater to the adventurous taste buds and deep appetites. Yeah. So enjoy your time here. Don't forget, don't destroy that whistle, because I'll come get you. And just a block away is the actual bazaar from here to the... Well, there's not really any direction here. It would be just to the east if you were thinking, but I'm off. If you need me, blow the whistle. And she bows to you and then takes her card off.
I'm gonna rewrap the sheet to make it cover more of my chest and less like a token, more like a shirt. It's not working completely well, but it is better.
Okay. So as you guys are standing there in the front of this large, it looks exactly like it is on the map. It looks like an olive building here. You see a person approach you. And he, a kind of a humanoid approaches you. And he says, oh, I saw the four of you just step off of your tout there. My name is Rowan Darkwood. I have a proposition for the four of you. A very lucrative opportunity.
Yes,
What kind of opportunity are we talking about here?
Then he kind of leans in and puts his arms around the four of you and he says, robbing the bank of Albathor.
I'm gonna look at the other people and
Backs
just
away after
like
he
my
says
eyes.
that.
I don't even know what my name is.
What race is he? Is he a human? You said.
He's a humanoid, yeah, a human. Give me a insight check, somebody.
Let me look. I can do it. He's got good insight. Oh. Okay.
With that, it's a 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't roll lower than a 10 on... Oh wait, that's persuasion. Never mind. That doesn't count. Never mind.
Kelzon. In your head, you're like, this guy's wearing a disguise. He's not Rowan Darkwood, or nor is he humanoid.
In a very, very wise way, I'm gonna like extend my hand towards him. Like, why do you hide who you are from us? You are not who you say you are. You're wearing some sort of disguise.
You're saying I'm not who I am?
I'm just gonna give him a look.
He straightens up and clears his throat. Well, I guess you got me. You caught me in the act, he says, and he transforms into a Barlagorara, this huge ape-like creature. Let me see if I have a hand out for you guys.
A dozy?
Hmm?
Or is it? Well, a dozy?
Not a Hadozi.
Oh, okay.
Not a Hadozi.
Well, you said eight.
Yeah, it's a huge ape-like creature.
Sorry.
Let me see if I have a hand out of He's got reddish fur.
Josie ain't exactly huge.
And he's drooling, and he's got blue skin. And he goes, "Never mind then." And he stumbers off. Let me see if I got a hand out of one. Do you have it? Probably not. Let's see if I got one. I don't. That's too bad. Okay, anyway, he stumbles off and walks down the road, the street, and disappears around the next bend or corner of the block.
Oh.
Weird.
Yeah, I guess Kelzon's gonna apologize. He ruined that.
Well, did you guys want to even do that? I mean, want to try to rob this bank?
I don't know. But
I mean,
it's really weird.
I mean, you.
I don't want to rob a bank.
It's like, I feel bad about
No,
it. Like,
I know I'm a little broke right now, but seems a little much to rob a bank.
Like, I wouldn't rob the bank with him if I knew he was a gorilla. That would have been like way cooler.
All right, so you guys are going to enter the gastronome.
That's the plan. We'll see how it goes.
All right, so you get to the door and there's a captain there, or a host. Looks you up and down. The host is a mind flayer. And he looks you up and down, and you hear just in your mind, "Welcome to the gastronome. You could have dressed a little bit better. But please, come, follow. I have a seat for you." So you follow him as he floats across the floor. It's a very busy place, very distinguished, upscale eatery. The place is
We
very
look like the homeless people in the 5-star restaurant.
Exactly, that's basically
Especially me.
Yes. As you guys sit down, he offers you each a very noble jacket to put over. You know, this really fancy jacket. Each of you
Ooh, I'm gonna
to wear.
accept it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm taking it.
So he says, tonight's 3-course dinner at the gastronome is a gravity-defying salad cloud, a whispering Shadowfell steak topped with bioluminescent blight, and a delicious, deceptively simple chocolate tart. What can I
My
get
mouth
you?
is watering.
What can I give you the 4 to drink today?
I'm gonna ask him what the chef would recommend pairing this meal with.
Oh, quite a bit. Hey, I will bring you something, he says in your mind, and then floats off.
Shit, you in your element here.
In the background, you hear like fancy music playing on a harp, and a couple other other instruments. Not your typical pub music, but more aristocratic music being played. In the form of if it was classical music, it's not classical music, but it'd be something similar to that, you know.
Would Tig recognize any of the tunes from his childhood?
Roll wisdom.
Check or save?
Or just a wisdom check. One of the tunes playing is actually one that you do recognize. It's called the Symphony of Burning Tears from Hell. Yeah.
He
It
starts
reminds you of
humming
your
along to it.
childhood, and you begin to think of some memory appears of your childhood. Someone is calling the name Tog, yelling in the distance, Tog, Talk. And then you awaken from your memory.
The memory would probably be of a human woman at either a cello or a harp
Okay.
playing the song,
Sure. Okay.
dressed in really well-worn noble attire.
Okay. Perfect. So you've got that memory, and now a name is being called.
Tig. He says it out loud, a little confused, like, Tig? Poet? What? Is my name Poet? Tig? That's literally what Tig means, is poet.
I'll just look at you and say, God bless you. You just sneezed.
What?
What?
When you said, you just went like, you were just suddenly like, oh, like you made a noise, so I thought you sneezed. Why are you just mumbling words all of a sudden? You have
I
brain
recognize
damage.
the music.
Oh, that's right, the thing music. You think we could get them to stop? It's disturbing me.
I like it. Feels like home.
I think I prefer something more upbeat and entertaining.
Did you want to perform with them?
I'm humming. I'm
Maybe.
humming along to the music, but that's it.
Okay. Within a small amount of time, there are a large pitcher. He returns with 3 crystal mugs for the 4 of you, and pours each one that looks and smells like a very strong, thick ale. That, as the foam bubbles up to the top, the head of the ale, the bubbles kind of break open, and they're like little mini white fireworks that go off each time the bubble bursts from the foam. This is what we recommend. In your head, you're hearing this, and this is what we recommend for this pairing of the dish you will be eating. And he's poured each one of them, and he's standing there with the pitcher and like almost waiting for you guys to taste it.
I'm You know
taste it.
videos of the snobby wine tasters where they smell it and swirl it
Okay.
and then take a sip? That's what Tig's doing.
Okay.
Like some rich bastard.
And the more you swirl it, the more these bubbles appear and pop, and little tiny white fireworks are going off above the top of the taker, the mug. Who else is who's trying it? Just immediately trying it. Was you were trying it?
Yeah.
Osborne?
Yeah.
And also Penny. You both take a swig. The taste is very yeasty and almost like hoppy, but another couple tastes that you cannot picture what they are. And then these little tiny explosions are happening in your mouth. Each of you, I need a constitutional save. Wah, 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 wah.
You just need to stop eating things.
So Osborne, you swallow it. It's very, very good. You've never had this taste before. There is a memory of a taste of something, and I need you to roll me a wisdom throw. Penny, however, you immediately, these little explosions, everybody looks at her cheeks as they're getting big, and from each explosion, you are fucking drunk in just the shortest amount of time. You are so drunk, and you barely can swallow down this this swig of it that you took, and you're belligerently drunk. You're like, you know, just drunk
Okay,
out
I
of your
can't hold my
mind right
liquor.
now. But
My, ain't that strong?
Osborne, you now have this memory of being with other halflings, and your name is being tossed around. Osborne Bushgatherer is the name that you keep having this memory of, and these other halflings are enjoying these pints of ale together in some kind of feast hall or tavern or something. Don't know any of it, don't know who the halflings are, but the name Osborne Bushgatherer toasting they're toasting to the Osborne Bushgatherer.
Ah, nice. I
So,
like my
and then
name.
you come back from it.
I'm gonna tell everyone. I just remember my name.
And
It's Osborne Bushgatherer.
Nice to meet you,
Bush
Osborne.
Gatherer.
Da.
What did she just say?
You didn't burn your tongue off, sweetie. You're just drunk.
I'm gonna look and be like, "Oh my god!
Tongue
Like, what the
feels
fuck
dumb.
just happened to her?"
All right, you can see her swaying back and forth in the seat. She can barely keep her head up, you know.
Oh, brother.
Who else is going to take swigs of this ale? This.
Elzad's like looking at it. He's having like some kind of weird like instinct. Like it's like he doesn't like. He gets the feeling he doesn't like it. Does that make sense? Not like it's poison, but he's just like repulsed by the liquor. Like he doesn't
Okay. You kind of push
drink
it
it.
away from you.
He's just kind of staring at it. Yeah, he's just kind of staring at
A
it.
penny,
like
you go to reach for his
No why,
mug
but
to
he
take
doesn't
some
wanna
of
drink
Kelzog's mug.
Yes.
Okay. Drink it down. You're already drunk. It's completely drunk, so it doesn't even matter. We're not gonna roll anything. You're just drunk and you're drinking more. Loud belps and belches come from Penny's mouth. She hammers another one.
Shit. We're that table.
And everybody looks around each time she burps, and they're like, you know, you see some very strange creatures. You see a flame elemental somehow is wearing a suit, a very fancy suit. It's not burning away. Maybe it's made of fire-resistant material, but it's not. And he's just continuously eating some flaming material, some flaming food in front of him. The Mind Flayer returns with other waiters. You see there's some other strange creatures, a dwarf handing out these platters in front of each of you. And instead of grabbing the platters, they kind of telekinesisly move off. And each platter has a steak that he was talking about. And everything that he had mentioned was at the meal. It looks actually delicious. The cloud salad, the steak. It looks very, very good. All the four of you are being considerably hungry. Anyway, from what you've had, except for Penny, could care less. You're drunk. You're drinking your dinner tonight. So, yeah.
I'm gonna start with the salad.
Yeah, eating the salad is an incredible sensation. A sensation that you've never experienced before eating it. It's wispy. It's almost, it's moist. It's this incredible salad you've never tasted before, and it tastes delicious to you. It doesn't trigger any memories for you.
Not surprised.
The steak itself is whispering to all of you. It's this very a bluish light on top of this like almost a sauce is glowing on top of this steak. It smells very good. A smell that none of you have smelt before. Completely well, you wouldn't remember the smell anyway, but it's a new sensation to you all. Does everybody dig in?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
It's really, really, really good. It's incredibly good. Never quite had this before. Everybody fills themselves up with it. Eats as much as they can. Every one of you who does eat gains 10 temporary hit points. Do you guys talk about anything or anything to anybody?
I think I'm a little too consumed with food.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell
I'm gonna
gonna
look
explain like what I'm. The flavor is so good. It's very savory here, but it's mixed with a little sweet. Can't you taste it?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No idea.
Yeah, Kelzad will totally just kill the mood. And, you know, who's going to be paying for this expensive food? Do we even have any money?
I don't.
The horse lady led us here. And we just sit down without eating? It's the food free. Did they show us a menu, the prices? We could have split something or order off kids' menu, but instead we sit down and get expensive food. Now how are we going to pay for this? I will be fine. I will fly away. I'm worried about the rest of you. I will teleport.
I have bedazzled cup.
I'm going to
You are a mood killer. Holy cow. Everybody was enjoying
Yeah.
their food, and then you come and you put this on everybody. Real nice, Kelzad. After some time, he kind of killed the mood. The waiter appears. Are we ready for our delicious chocolate tart? Looks like you've all enjoyed your meal. He gathers up the
Absolutely
platters.
divine, sir.
Excellent. And he walks away. Within moments, he returns. These plates of chocolate tart appears in front of all of you. Enjoy, and then disappears again.
Galzad, I don't want to think about having to pay. Y'all all had your last meal at the morgue, so I didn't. Let me.
going to be washing dishes.
As
I'm gonna pour,
you're eating into this chocolate tart, it's a delicious tart, chocolate, but it carries the sweet taste of revenge.
Mm-hmm.
And
How'd they get that flavor?
Feel you have some revenge that you must take care of from eating this chocolate tart. As you finish the last bites of the tart, the waiter reappears, gives you a small envelope that's been sealed. On the seal itself has the gastronome on it and the symbol of the gastronome on the envelope, and scurries away.
Very slowly open it up.
Yeah, you break the seal and you open the envelope, you pull the parchment out that has your whole bill on it. Each meal is going to cost you 35 gold pieces. And it says total the amount of the amount of gold pieces in it, or it says of something equal value in trade.
I gotta use the restroom.
I don't have anything but a sword.
I'm gonna tell everyone. I'm gonna be like, look, guys, I don't have any money. I only have 5 gold.
Wait a minute! Did you get 25 gold pieces from the
I have
Frost
it.
Giant? That's still not quite.
Yeah,
it covers
I have
a little bit of
25,
it,
but
but not the full amount.
That doesn't even cover my meal.
Let's see. I don't know how much it is, but I dig around my bag and pull out the jeweled cup or gauntlet, whatever it is,
Uh-huh. Okay.
and sit it on the table. Here's my payment.
You drunkenly put my payment, slur in your speech as you set it down rather hard on the table.
Well, shit, if it's this much, I'm downing the drink.
You down the drink.
As
roll
quickly
me a Constitution.
as quickly as possible after looking at the bill.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Yes! It's low!
Yeah, so you are absolutely drunk also. You're almost at the same level of drunkenness as Penny.
If I'm gonna pay that much, I'm gonna join the fucking beverage. All I've got is a sword and the money that the giant lady gave me.
You guys got this, right?
No.
Yeah, these two drunk tieflings will be paying for mine. Right?
You're
No need for
cute.
material goods. Ugh.
You're cute.
I'm like looking around this place. Is there like an open window or something I could just like?
No, there's nothing
Use
open.
my flying
And you
beast
guys
and
aren't even
just
by
jet
a
out of
window.
here.
You're in a very large table in its own separate room. There's some velvet curtains that kind of you can close, but it's like it's a room with no windows, but you can look out through where the velvet curtains are into the rest of the dining hall. There are a lot of individual private rooms. Some share windows. You happen to be on an inside wall. There are elaborate paintings and tapestries in your private room that you're in, but there's no windows nearby close. The
That mind player just standing there.
yes, they're watching you, seeing
damn
what
it.
you guys are doing.
Damn it.
In fact, he approaches, and in your mind you hear him. Is everything to your liking? Have you been satisfied with your meal?
This was amazing.
Wonderful to hear.
I can't believe all my friends took me out for my birthday.
Oh,
Shut the fuck up.
very nice for your birthday, huh? That's quite some friends you
Yeah.
have there. Yes, an expensive meal for you. That's wonderful. And he's clasping his hands to get his hands, and his little tentacles are flaring up.
Don't you have some kind of service tradition where the staff get together and sing happy birthday? Go and get them and come back and sing happy birthday to my little friend.
Oh no, we don't.
Bring
do
him his
that.
free
We don't
cupcake.
do that here. We are very upscale. You'd have to find in the Hive Ward one of those low class taverns and pubs that would do something like that. Says to you. Nell, we'd like to free up this table soon. We have people waiting who would like to have this table. So as soon as you tally up the bill and take care of the bill, we would happily be able to use this room for some more patrons. You don't have the money.
How much is
you
the bill?
guys
35?
have stuff.
He looks at you intently and he's reading your guys' minds. You know he's reading your minds. I need each of you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
How did I get a 5? Wait, this guy's like... Oh, God.
I
Rolled a 3.
I'm looking at the sword. He sees me looking at the sword like, how much would this be worth? Oh my god. Because it's the only other thing he has on him.
I had the wrong thing click. It's alright.
So the only thing, what did you have wrong clicked?
I had strength selected, which like on the sheet. I don't know how that happened. It's supposed to be wisdom and dex. That's alright. It's alright.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he's a monk.
He's a monk, yeah.
Oh,
That's
yes,
what's
I
awesome.
keep forgetting you're a monk. Yep. So re-roll your wisdom save. He had it mismarked.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm fine
Okay.
with it. Still didn't
Not much
get it.
better.
But
No.
Penny's the only one he couldn't quite crack her mind read. But he looks at the three of them and he goes, you don't have the money, do you? You have 0 money. None of you have enough to cover the bill. Maybe that drunk one there, but 3 of you don't. And
It's 35 gold total or a piece?
No, each. He claps his hands and like these guards swarm and stand right there by a table. And he says to you, please wait here while I go get the proprietor of the gastronome. Self-seed done. And he kind of floats off. And within moments, you see this gnome appear. He's dressed in a whole chef garb with the hat and everything. And he has this handlebar thin mustache and this little pointed beard. And he looks at all of you and he says, Albert here is telling me you can't afford to pay for your meal you ate. And the guards are all ruffians are all right there. He's all kind of pushes his hand to shoo him back, and they kind of stand down and back away, all of them. And he kind of, with his little legs, he hops up on the booth that you guys are in. Sits down to did you enjoy your meal? Was it good? Did you really like it? It was delicious, right? It was very good.
Yes.
I'm gonna say I can die happy, honestly.
So good. I am very happy. He gives you this huge smile. And he says, okay, you can't afford to pay the meal, but I have a proposition.
Oh.
I'd like to hire you or my partner unfortunately reads minds and he knows you are adventurers. Although you don't know who you are, which is unfortunate, but I would like to hire you to track down rare ingredients to delight and impress my future diners. So, if you agree, and fucking Osborne, or yes, he goes.
Yes, that's my mission in life.
Fine, then absolutely, you track these ingredients down for me, and we'll call it squared on the bill, and we may give you a little. I would happily give you a little extra for tracking down these ingredients. And he pulls out a scroll that's wrapped up and has a ribbon tied around it, and he hands it over to Osborne. This is the list of ingredients. Now, not all of it can be found here in Sigil. Some of it can be found in other planes. You might have to do a little bit of plane jumping, but you're all adventurers. You can handle that, I'm sure. Jumping to other planes. Finding these ingredients for me.
So, do you want us to bring them as we find them, or lump sum, bring it all at once?
Bring it however you wish. If you find some and you happen to find yourself back in Sigil, you can come by and drop these ingredients off to me, and then trounce again off through a portal of some sort. And perhaps the Outer Worlds may even have more. But there is a list of the ingredients. Return to me what you find, and once you have found everything off the list, then I will take your payment and also erase your bill. Are we in agreement?
Yes.
Sounds reasonable, but also last time we take advice from a local. We go to the cheap bars. Now on.
Well, touts...
Till we can actually afford this shit.
Touts, if you're talking about a tout, they typically like to show you the best places in Sigil. And not so much of the shady places, because they're dangerous. Now, some touts will take you to the shady parts of town, and then you're mugged. So, perhaps your tout was doing you justice. A favor. So, if we're in agreement, are we all in agreement? He looks at all of you.
Dude.
Yes.
And he claps his hands, and as he claps his hands, a symbol is burned into each one of your guys' forearms.
I'm gonna scream like a child.
It's painful, and you're branded with the initials CN.
I'm gonna say, what sorcery is this?
It's just binding. That way our contract is binding and non-negotiable.
I imagine mine's are hard to read.
Yeah, but it's swelled up, so you can see it. It's swelled up, so you can actually see the initials. I mean, but it is harder to read than everybody else's. So, anyway, so I bid you good night, and please tell your friends and frequent the gastronome again. As he smiles and kind of slides off and slumps down and waddles off as a gnome would waddle off, and the guards follow behind him. So now, you have a quest. Track down
Note
these
to
rare
self.
ingredients.
Note to self, if they don't have prices on the menu, we can't afford it.
Yeah,
Does
who could have
anybody open
predicted
up
it?
the scroll that he hands you of the list ingredients?
Osborne?
Yes, please.
All right, so you unroll it, and there is some handwriting on there from a pin and it's Celsi, and it says the ingredients are far not to see. Once you're in an area that the ingredients is known to be at, it will appear on your list. So the list is blank right now, but it shows 1 through 25, but there's nothing by each number. So basically, in the writing, he says that when you enter or go to an area that would have the ingredient will then write itself in, and then you've got to hunt it down.
We're hunting for ghost ingredients. Is it gonna be feeding ghosts next?
As you're slurring.
I'm gonna pour her another drink.
I'll take one. We're gonna empty that
Yeah.
fucking pitcher.
Yeah, I'm just pouting. I'm pouting. Got my arms folded, just shaking my head. It's like, I told you we'd not listen to the horse lady. Now we are slaves to a magic gnome. She's working with him. This was the plan all along.
No shit, she probably gets a discount.
We should break her leg. She should pay for this. But that is not what I will do. I'm a peaceful man.
In your head, though, Calzad, you do remember her saying that she was giving you options. She didn't take you directly to there. She gave you 3 different options
Well, I know, he's just like...
to think
paranoid.
about. You're thinking about it. But you don't know what you really don't know her. You don't know what her intent is. Although she is licensed by the city. She said she is. Doesn't want to lose her tout license, basically, from the city. So she wouldn't purposely steer you guys wrong, you would think.
If that was like a place that wasn't considered dangerous, and it's got like a mind flayer working in it, what's like a dangerous place like?
Nothing's dangerous.
You consider this place dangerous?
No,
It's got a mind player.
no. The guy said that the
Yeah, but this is single,
The,
guys. I mean, you can have everything here. It doesn't matter, you know. This isn't a place that, I mean, like I said, sometimes differences happen and these different creatures break out in fighting, but it's rare. It's just something about Sigil that you'll see everything, every creature known will be here, coming here at some point. If not living, but visiting or trading or whatever.
Is the waiter host mind flayer anywhere nearby?
No, but you could call him over with your mind if you'd like.
Yeah, I only have one question for him.
Okay. He comes over. Yes, Angel, have a question?
Are any of these ingredients going to be sentient creatures that'll get us in trouble here in Sigil?
Well, they're not necessarily in Sigil, possibly, but I mean, that's
Will
hard to say.
they get
I
us
don't
in
know
trouble with Sigil?
Oh, no, not at all. Not
Okay,
one bit.
that's all I needed to know. Thank you.
I have a question. I have a question real fast. Hold on. And I'm gonna reach out and I'm gonna reach in my pocket. I'm gonna pull out that apple and hold it out. See if he knows what this is.
That apple?
Yeah, is this
Yes.
what kind of apple
Well,
is this?
from a Gilthias tree, I would think. You hear in mind. That's what that's from.
What does it do?
It's white. You've eaten about a quarter of that. Don't eat any more. It's poisonous.
I knew it.
Unless you wish to be
Okay.
poisoned, and that's your whole thing. He says to you in his mind.
All right, maybe I'll find someone who might want it.
And then he says to you, you were wondering, go to cheaper places. Perhaps the High Board is more up your alley. You have the Gatehouse, the Night Market. Perhaps the High Board is more for your liking and more for your wealth that you have.
Well, we don't have any wealth, and we don't even know who we are, but
That's
I
what
know my
mean.
name.
You don't have any wealth, and the High Board is probably more up your alley.
But we were told to come here to get our memories back.
Oh, perhaps someone told you to come to the Institute of Intellectual Excellence. That's probably why they told you to come here.
Oh, can you point us in that direction?
Yeah, it's just north of the bazaar. A few blocks north of the bazaar.
Excellent. Well, kids, what do you think?
So, I'm torn on whether or not we walk.
I want
It's just a few blocks.
a friend. I might have something for her.
For who? The Mind Flayer
Like-
waiter?
Put my hand in my pocket. No, the centaur. The
Oh,
horse lady, the centaur
The
lady.
tout that you guys hired.
But we can walk. Yeah. Might be quicker.
You guys gonna walk?
This is I don't. So how far is it? How long will it take? We probably don't even know.
You don't know where the bazaar is.
We'll
the
have to call
bazaar,
it.
the Great Bazaar is a block from here. It's just, you could look out this window. It's a stone throw away. The Great Bazaar is. But
Is it that funny building?
no, that's what you're looking at there to the north is the Great Gymnasium. Perhaps when you do visit the Great Bazaar, might I recommend getting a map of Sigil? It sounds like you have never been here before.
Not that we can recall.
Perhaps that would be your first encounter, it says to you. I have a good night, and he bows to you, and good luck finding those ingredients and paying your debt to the gnome.
Yep.
And he wanders off. And as he wanders off, these other individuals, there's all kinds of different creatures come and they start clearing your plates and everything, then clearing up and pulling the tablecloth off, getting ready for another individuals.
Let's head out.
You hear chimes appearing like a clock somewhere in the gastronome, and it strikes 12 on the clock.
Is it late or is it early?
Oh, it's dark.
It's late.
It's dark.
It's like looks out window. It's late. Shit.
Should we blow that whistle and go sleep in that thing's carriage and say just take us around until morning?
That thing. Yeah, let's get her.
I don't have any money for a hotel room if things are $35 for a meal around here.
Well, the Mind Flayer did tell you to head towards the high board. It's more of, the prices you probably can afford.
You guys want to go slum it?
I suppose
Hell.
so. What choice do we have?
I need to slip off this liquor.
Well, at least he didn't take what money
Yeah,
I did have, so I can buy myself some proper pants. Ain't nothing wrong with your boxers, but it's cold. Damn it, it's cold.
To blow the whistle.
All right, so you guys leave the gastronome, correct? You're back outside.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Okay.
we
Yes.
pass the Mind Flayer as we leave?
Yes.
I'm gonna give him an attempt of a flirtatious wink before leaving.
Right.
All right. So,
Oh boy. Oh no.
yeah, as you walk by, you wink at him, and he's all, "Have a great night, madam."
He works hospitality. He's used to that shit.
Roll me a Constitution save.
God
Penny. No, Penny. Penny. Constitution save, Penny.
Constitution
God
save.
damn
Oh,
it.
gross.
That was my favorite part of that game.
So gross. You throw up a lot. Whatever you're throwing up dinner and your alcohol that you drink. It's chunky, smelly.
Yeah, I think I'm sober now.
Not yet. Keep going. Keep going.
Is anybody blowing the whistle, or are you guys walking? I wasn't sure what you guys finally officially decided you wanted to do.
If we're not going straight to the bazaar, I say we use the whistle.
Yeah, at least we can go to an inn.
It is late, so I don't think anything would be open to bazaar.
It's still quite busy, the gastronome, believe it or not, for being as late as it is. But as you use the whistle, within moments, your tout appears. She looks at the four of you. And Parissa says, "So, did you enjoy yourself here in the market ward? It's rather late. It's 12 a.m. I think you've lost track of time. Did you eat at the gastronome?"
Up yours.
Oh, that's...
My purse is screaming.
Well, it was... I told you it was going to be pretty expensive.
I don't remember you saying that.
Yeah, me neither.
It's an I told you it was an
They-
upscale restaurant, but I guess you don't know what upscale means. I guess I should have been a little more upfront, but I didn't know if you guys were actually going to eat there or walk over to the Great Bazaar.
Yeah.
I guess I should have took you to the Grease Pit, or some of the street foods known throughout the High Board. But you wanted to come straight down to the clerk ward.
To be fair, we found his name. We found his name at the clerk ward. I think the music there reminded me of my name.
So, what are all
And
your
Osborne's.
names then?
Nope.
Hi, I'm Ty.
Nice
I have
to meet
no idea who I am.
Ty.
I think I'm a clown of some sort.
And you,
I'm
looks at
Osborne.
you, Osborne, and then looks over at you, Kelzad.
I am Kelzod. Do you like apples?
depends on the kind of apple.
Stop it.
He's not gonna elaborate. He's just gonna stare at you menacingly.
Well, so where would you? So the Great Bazaar, it's shut down now. It's 12 a.m. There's not a lot of trade happening. People are either sleeping or out in the pubs, getting drunk and enjoying themselves, or having a delicious meal at the gastronomy.
What's a cheap place to sleep that has lock-in doors? Doors to lock.
Well, the cheapest place that I know of is in the Hive World. There's a few inns there that you could try. Cheap, inexpensive, but luxury not. Very basic, very squandered. Perhaps.
As long as the doors stay closed.
Well, I mean, I'm not
But-
sure. I don't stay in any of the inns. They're not really designed for my type to stay in there. I'd have to stay in.
Yeah,
a
where
stable
do you
or
live?
something like that.
They put you in a stable with animals, or is it
Oh.
like a centaur stable?
It's for our type. Some of the inns do. They don't set up properly. But I just go home. I don't stay in any inn here. So is that where you'd like to go? Is back to the
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, no problem. I can take you back. Back to the Hive Ward, right? That's
Yes, please. Some cheap lodging.
okay. Well, let's start making our way back to the Hive Ward, shall we? So, what did you have to eat at the delicious gastronomy?
Shadowvale steak. It's godly.
Sounds delicious.
And some cloud salad and a liquor that was very strong and very pretty, actually.
Sounds really good. Something that would
And chocolate pie.
Tart. It was a chocolate tart.
chocolate tart, huh?
It was really good, and then my purse string started screaming.
Well, it can be pretty expensive. It very much can be.
I'd like to
Those
go
are
back
what's
when
up to
I'm a little more flush.
But
Hey,
at least you've gotten
yeah.
a good meal out of it, right?
Well, 3 of us did.
Oh, well, what do you mean?
Yeah, mine went all over the ground.
One of us couldn't hold their liquor.
I'm glad that it was on the ground and not my tart here. Perhaps maybe the grease pit rub in the Hive World would be absolutely up to your alley, much more your alley there.
The what? The greasewood rub?
Grease pit.
Grease pit rub.
Osborne's like eyebrows go up like, maybe. I have been awfully stressed lately.
So, we're heading to the closest inn. I don't know if you want to go to the Sandstone Strip. Probably not. To look for an inn there. There's a couple that are kind of close to the grease pit itself and the night market, the gatehouse. Perhaps I'll take you over there. Yeah, why don't I take you over there? In that area there. I can think of a few inns that are over in that area.
Sounds good.
Now, the night
Yeah.
market is open as we speak. If you're up to heading to the night market,
Hmm.
but if you're just
Maybe.
ready to settle down for the night, an inn there would probably be perfect for you.
Probably secure our rooms better first.
Yeah.
Just in case. Just in case. Pay for the rooms, then go shopping with what's left.
Well, that's probably a sound idea.
I try. Doesn't always work out that way, but I try.
I'm in.
Yeah. Because I've been thinking about like what a centaur's house looks like all like the real world problems of being a centaur and the obstacles and like just trying to like get up a flight of stairs must be like a nightmare some of the time.
Are you sharing this with everybody or just thinking about
Oh
this?
no, he's like reflecting on it. Yeah, he's like
Okay.
he kind of wants to see her house just to see what it's like. Like he's like seeing like stables and troughs and like little baby centaurs like at like bucking each other's heads and stuff. He doesn't understand. He's like the entire like culture he didn't know about previously.
Okay.
Maybe my next character should be a centaur.
I was thinking of replacing one of my backups.
Yeah, we should have a centaur squad.
I was thinking Hobgoblin and Forge Cleric, honestly. An Artificer Light.
Uh,
And as you're making your way into the high ward, it begins to start raining on all of this four of you. Lucky it's a covered carriage, but it is raining, and it's very foggy or smoggy. And once you enter back into the high ward.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the monastery with distaste.
All right, so she pulls you close to the gatehouse. There's a small inn there. It's kind of ramshackled. It's the name of the place is the Smoldering Pit. And she says this is near near the night market in the gatehouse. So if you're looking to do some shopping later tonight or tomorrow night, although cheaper the night market is, it is not for savory, there's a lot of unsavory characters out here. So, the gatehouse, I will explain to you as she's slowly pulling up to the smoldering pit. The gatehouse is where the Black Cabal, their faction headquarters are. I don't know much about the Bleak Cabal. This is for people who, I don't know, You have to be first invited to join the Bleak Cabal if you're interested in it. It's one that I steer away from, not because they're evil. They take care of people here in the Hive. They do small acts of service. If someone is looking for a warm meal or refuge, they can come to the gatehouse and be taken care of by the Bleak Cabal. But that is what the gatehouse is. So you guys kind of pull up right in front of this ramshackle building, and a little sign outside that's barely hanging on to it. But this is where you end up. You're also not far from the ditch. I would kind of stay clear of the ditch, to be honest with you, if I were you. The ditch is sometimes strange things happen at the ditch, and I would try to stay clear of it. But that's my thing. And she stops at the entrance, this ramshackle 2-story building. They should have a room here for you for the night. Is there anything I can do for you before I leave for the night? I'm out of commission between now and 6 a.m. So I'm off duty. So if you try the whistle, I won't appear. Just so you know.
Night market is which direction before you go?
It's to the south of the gatehouse.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, Kelzai will thank her and hop out of the carriage.
Okay. Remember, my payment expires at midnight tomorrow. So if you want to continue to use me as your tout, you have to pay me before midnight tomorrow.
How much is that again?
I like you. I like all of you. So you've been, decent. I feel sorry for you. You don't have your memory. So it's usually 3 gold pieces a day, but I'll take 2 just to help you out if you continue with my services.
Thank you so much.
That's mighty kind.
All right, so you guys unload, and she bids you goodnight, and she trots off in the smog and the rain. And you're standing in front of this kind of ramshackle 2-story wooden building. The sign barely hanging on. This is the fiery pit.
Sounds cozy.
Why is it always fire? This size.
As you
Because
guys
we're
enter the
tieflings,
building,
darling.
it's very small lobby. There's a desk, some furniture. What you do notice around on all the paintings that are there, it's really dusty and dirty. The paintings are all different scenes from the 9 hells. Of what you know of the hells. And at that front desk is a fire elemental, and it's looking at you as you enter the door. The rain begins harder as you guys get inside. Just in time when the rain starts to come down.
Walk up to him and how much for a room?
And it takes its fiery arm and hand and points down at this on the top of the counter is engraved the room, a 1 bed, 2 bed, and 3 bed, and it's for the per night, and it says 1 silver, 2 silver, 3 silver.
Okay. We just want the night, or do we want to actually come back here multiple?
Just for tonight. We can always come back and pay again.
Yeah. Is that?
So how many bedrooms? 1, 2, or 3?
I ain't sleeping alone.
2 rooms? 2 rooms, 2 beds? How's that sound?
Sounds fine to me.
Yeah, I'll,
All right, so you
So-
point. I guess you want to point at it. You're gonna try to communicate with this fire elemental.
I'll do both. I'll point at the 2 room and hold up 2 fingers. I want two 2-bed rooms, please.
So it kind of nods at you, and then it slides like a silver tray over to you to put the silver pieces into.
Okay.
At
I'll
this
pay for
point,
it.
you're starting to feel the heat of this fire elemental too. So you're feeling it.
Yeah, I'm a little
Like
nervous.
you can sweat too well without it, but
I'm a little nervous.
it pulls the tray back, and then it you see it like snap its fingers, and this imp comes flying over to you, and it grabs the keys out of the box behind the fire elemental, and it flies over to you and then kind of like nudges itself with the keys dangling in its clawed feet, and it begins to fly towards the stairs.
I'll follow the imp.
You follow? Okay. So you're following this imp up the stairs. It goes to the second story floor, the rickety stairs, rickety hallway. It's kind of, the hallway itself is not plumb. It's kind of crooked looking. There's some more dusty artwork. It's covered in soot and dust, so it's hard to, mostly soot that you see on these pictures. You can't really, and on the wallpaper and everything, so you can't really make it out. It's dark. There's no lighting in the hallway. You hear some snoring and grunting and things from the different rooms. It's a small hallway with there's about 6 doors in the hallway, and he leads you down to the very back of the hallway. There's 2 doors across from each other, and he picks up his little clawed foot and drops the keys in your hand, and each key is for each room, obviously, and then kind of flutters off. Yeah, it does, without saying a word.
So, good news, they presumably lock. Holding up the keys.
That's good.
Good news, they lock.
You turn the key in each room. These are very small rooms with each one having 2 beds in them. The bed mattresses, you can see there's straw kind of sticking out, ripped on the ripped mattresses. You can see straw coming out of it. They look fairly clean. There's a lot of soot everywhere that you noticed, kind of layered on the furniture, on the walls, on the pictures, on the floor. The bedding, however, is remarkably clean looking. The linen and the bedding on the bed, other than the mattress itself, has got straw coming out of the corners of the mattress from the ripped seams of the mattress. You have one small window in each room that kind of overlooks the night market. You can see it across the ditch. It's like a sewer ditch. You can see bubbling sewer ditch, and across that you can see the large towering, these like almost towering structures that are all lit up, different colors: green, red, blue, and you can make out the gatehouse night market is happening there. through your little tiny windows that are soot covered. You kind of have to wipe off the soot to look through the windows, and they're very tiny little windows. As the rain is kind of beating up against the glass itself. It's dark in the rooms, but there are candles if you wish to light them. That's up to you. Anyway, if you want. All of you feel a very willing to fall asleep. You're very tired because you've had a very eventful day, coming alive back from the dead, according to Lord, what Lord told you, and getting yourselves through the mortuary all the way down to where you're at now. And now, so you're very, very tired, all of you, even your elf. If you're an elf, you want this regeneration of trying to meditate so you can kind of refuel yourself up. Let's take our 15-minute or 10-minute break here. It's 8:03.
Let's say Tig is using mending on the bed to kind of fix some of the straw problems.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, you're able to mend some of that
Oh,
up.
who's rooming with who?
Yeah, you guys need to figure that out.
I don't care.
Okay. Well, you guys figure it out. Let's take our 10-minute break, come back at 8:14.
Come on, no one wants a room with Osborne?
I don't
I'm
care who I
guessing
room
who's
with.
gonna room with the drunk clown.
I'll room by myself. You guys can, 3 of you can room together.
We got 2 double rooms. Suck it.
Yeah, you can drag the bed into the other room.
I'm gonna go follow the elf then.
Okay. Tieflings together.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay, everybody back?
Yep.
Yipper.
Oh,
I realized on
Yeah.
my upload of our last session, I forgot to change our. We will return shortly from the remainder of the session. So I don't know if you guys caught that. I don't know if you guys watched that. So last session. So that was embarrassing.
All right. I
What's
usually
that?
watch them when I'm driving. So I usually watch them when I'm driving, like I
Yeah.
turn them on and listen. But I haven't driven anywhere, so I haven't really listened to them.
Yeah. You could hear everybody, you just couldn't see the map anymore because it was still with the splash screen. Anyway, all right. So, you guys decide who's sleeping in which room?
tieflings are together.
Yeah, with keeping their kind together.
Okay. You gotta sleep
Rude.
with the smelly halfling there, Pennywise. They're elf, mad astral elf.
What's wrong with a halfling, man?
I like halflings actually. If I would play, I'd play one. So, okay. So you guys settle into your rooms. Like I said, they're not super comfortable, but they are a place to lay down your head and take a sleep, rest, do whatever you need to do. Is everybody going to do that? What is everybody doing right now? Are they going to go
Oh yeah, I'm
sleep?
gonna
Yeah, I'm passing
go
out.
to bed.
Yeah. Kelzot, I think you're the
I'm passed
only
out
one
drunk.
that just needs to meditate for 4 hours.
Yeah, it's weird, like compulsion to meditate and search his thoughts and see if he remembers anything else. Well, I mean, he's resting, is what I meant.
Yeah.
He's resting.
I mean, you can do that for the other 4 hours.
Yeah, sure.
Your
Very
meditation
monk-like on his bed,
tends to be
cross-legged.
very small work. So you go into your meditation stage. Everybody roll me a wisdom throw. Just a plain wisdom while they're sleeping.
Do I get an exhaustion level back or afterward?
After your rest, you do.
Okay.
Your 8 hours.
8.
Kelzad, you have like a dream that is of you some kind of philosophizer. You see
Okay.
yourself philosophizing to either other individuals or something other elves like yourself. You don't know where or what, but that is what your dream was. And we'll add 8 hours to our time. What are you going to do in the 4 hours of your time after you've done your rest?
He probably would feel the compulsion to like it's like he's every night, like thousands of times. He starts like exercising. He's doing like yoga stuff, punching the air,
Okay.
kicking, whatever he does. He's, spends a little bit of time just watching while asleep, creepily, and just waiting to wake up.
Okay. Yeah, so
Would he? Well, he would understand that they need to sleep more, right? I think he would. He has basic idea of like other.
yeah, you've got some
You-
instinctual stuff happening with your. I mean, you know of what you are. Knowing what you are, you probably would think about reading somewhere about elves at some point, and so I think you would figure out what you're able to do and what others are not able to do. So, but it is about 8:25 in the morning when you all awaken from a nice deep sleep. You lost 1 level of exhaustion. Everybody has currently their full hit points and spell slots restored. You do not need to use a ration, so don't remove a ration because you've eaten a meal at the gastronome to replace your long rest rations. So,
Am I hungover?
you are badly hungover, yes. So you have a level of exhaustion. 1 level of exhaustion.
Welcome to the club.
And, yeah, you feel terrible. Real bad headache. A little dizziness. Very fatigued, like weak feeling. Sick in the stomach. I mean, if you talk about greasy, grimy gopher guts, then you're going to get sick to that, so. You guys remember that song?
Mm.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
I remember
Lots
listening
of
to
greasy,
it on.
grimy gopher
You just
guts.
unlocked
Mingle,
core
mingle,
memory.
You remember that song? Anyway, so
Yeah,
that's...
I remember it from Foster's Home for
Yeah,
Imaginary Friends.
right, so that's anything you think of like that, you get kind of ill in your stomach feeling. So, but it is daylight through the small windows. Rain is still beating on the windows themselves. It's a real grayish morning. Not... Yes?
Tig is an obnoxious morning person.
Well, good. So you
where do I
can figure that out with
He's singing and
exhaustion?
humming.
Penny there. You two can figure that
Uh,
out.
He's-
Where do I put the exhaustion at?
I
I don't
Let
see
me
it on my
check your
character
character
sheet.
sheet to make sure that I've got it turned on. For you.
Should be under hit dice.
For me, it's just my damage stuff
Okay, hold
under
on.
my hit dice.
Huh.
Check your character sheet and make sure it's turned on. I thought I turned everybody's on. Maybe not.
Just me. I'm special.
Yeah, I couldn't find it on the app on my phone, so I went onto the character sheet on here and didn't see it either.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, I could turn on halfling luck?
No, you cannot. Leave the sheets alone. No one touches the sheets.
I'm just reading everything.
Alright. There, it should be on there now.
Okay, so 1 point of exhaustion. Okay.
I'm an obnoxiously chipper morning person.
My head.
Exciting. Yeah,
Good
so
morning.
the two of you are up. Or the four of you are up. Two of you in each of your rooms. What are you guys doing? I mean, are you talking to each other? I mean, so we've got Kelzad and Osborne.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like,
yeah.
so you remember anything?
I found my instincts to. No, I did remember. I forgot. I was talking with many peers about many deep matters. They all look like me. I don't know what I was talking about. I remembered exercises. And I lift up my shirt like Sylvester Stallone, like these rock hard abs. You see? Yeah. Like almost, he's like so ripped it's almost gross. Like white and veiny. He's like a Shadar Kai. He's like, what did you dream about?
This really delicious pie I want to try.
Where is this pie?
Well, I gotta make it.
Oh, you big.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out like all these cooking utensils and stuff that I have in my pack. Obviously, I know how.
You are up to the task of finding these ingredients, then. I was just going to try to get the brand off. What do you think? Is it hard to do?
To get the brand off or cook a pie?
Find the ingredients, I mean. No, to find the
should be easy.
ingredients no. Oh shit, it'd be easy.
I mean, he didn't give us a time limit, so who cares? I'm gonna check that sheet too, see if anything.
What should we do
it.
now?
Looking at the sheet, you do not see any ingredients appear.
Looks like there's no ingredients in here, like anywhere near us. So let's go get our memories
the
back.
radius, as far as how far it goes, but in the general area that you're standing, there's nothing there that appears.
I would like to know my name. Everyone else knows their name. I don't.
Maybe we should hit that circus place. What is it called?
The feast hall? Or something like
Yeah,
that?
the feast hall. Maybe we should hit that sometime today. Maybe it'll jog your memory.
Maybe you guys can call her Dribbles.
Yeah, I like Giggle Tits.
Jiggle tits. She's Giggles. She's Giggles the clown. Till we found out her actual name.
Who called her Giggle Tits? Was that you?
Yes, go ahead.
That's how I revived her.
Yes, I have come to this horrible revelation that if I might be part of the Heralds of Dust, and I'm disturbed not of that I'm part of the evil organization, but because it does not bother me. In fact, I don't feel much of anything. This is bothering me. I do not think that normal. What could No one knows.
Maybe you're just a stoic type.
Perhaps.
I don't even know if we've met up.
What do you think downstairs food? At this
Osborne's gonna be
place?
like, "What are you talking about?"
I'm just trying to uncover the reason of what's going on. No idea. I don't even remember. I don't even know who I am. I just know my name is Kelzod. No, I'm a freakish elf man. Everyone calling me an elf, but this is like Shadar Kyle freaks. Now, yeah, he's just kind of rambling.
Come on, Giggle Tits. You'll feel better when you get some food in your system.
You see Osborne pop his head in, and you guys say food.
Yeah. You want food?
Yeah.
Breakfast? Hopefully not a 5-star restaurant. Good lord.
All right. So
Where's Fantasy Waffle House?
you guys are gonna try to head out then?
Yeah, we
Yep.
got things to do here.
Okay, so
Suppose so.
you
Some
guys-
food and maybe draw Giggle Tits memories at the fist hall or something.
You guys leave the inn that you stayed in behind you. It is raining and smoggy. As you kind of look around in the gray morning light, a couple things you notice about the Hive Ward. You see that as the rain's falling, the gutters are oozing sludge into brackish pools of oil that are mixed with the rainwater. You see as it's in these puddles, every so often they're disturbed by these scurrying rats. They're very unusual looking rats. Not the kind of rats that you might have think you dreamt or memories of. But they're a different kind of rats. Very different. As you look around these ramshackle buildings that are around this inn here, damp rags and swollen planks cover most of the broken windows and blotting what little light ekes out through the ward's perpetual fog that's in there. There is not a lot of people out on the streets. Is it because of the rain or just because the residents are don't come out too often unless they're doing some trading or whatever they're going to work for the fear of being mugged, probably. The only thing that they have going for themselves in the Hive Ward, they're unhampered by the bureaucracy of judgment, and they're free to pursue their deepest passions or indulge their guiltiest pleasures in the Hive Ward. So it's a very poor area of the city, but there's a lot of creativity and trade, and opportunities abound those that are ready to seize them within the Hive Ward. So where are you guys heading to? You do remember your tout talking about a few places. There's the night market that serves food, but it's closed until night, obviously. Hence the word. But there's also, your tout was talking about the grease pit being somewhere to eat. However, you do not know or have any memory of the ward of this place that you're in, so you do not know where this grease pit is at.
I'm gonna follow my nose. follow me, guys.
All right.
I can sniff out a restaurant.
So you begin to kind of use your gut and your nose to find this this grease pit. Yeah, so as you guys are wandering the streets, you see that. Hold on a second. Kills odds thing here. So there are a few people here wandering back and forth, but they see you like walking down the streets. They kind of will cross to the other side of the street, or a lot of them will kind of bundle themselves up further and hurriedly past you with it. But as you continue, you see these rats running back and forth. You see as you're walking these bunch of rats run past you, and then you see these two humanoids running up to you, and they're out of breath, and they're these creatures, these alienistic-looking creatures. They're green. Hair, they have black hair, sharp pointy teeth, kind of a weird small little stub nose, strong looking, short, they're out of breath. They're both in pink skull caps, and they have big huge nets on their back as they're running, and they're saying, "Did you happen to see some of the cranium rats run by?" These creatures that you... I need you guys to roll a wisdom check. Who wants to roll a wisdom check on the two guards, these two people that ran up to you?
I got it.
So both of them, you somehow have a memory brought back, Kelzad. With the memory, you know these two humanoids are Githyanki's.
Oh no.
And
sorry.
So you know what these creatures, who they are, what they are, with them, and they're out of breath, and they're like, "Where did those rats go? Did you see them? Where they went?"
How would I regard Githyanki? As dangerous or?
Well,
like,
memories.
Do I have a
like? You don't have a memory that you have of any being.
Okay.
With them, you just know of that. This is what the race is.
Gotcha. So it's just like I'm looking at anyone else.
Yeah.
I guess Kelzad would kind of look at his team or his party members and kind of turn back to where the rats went and point, and they went that way. And why are you're trying to catch them?
Well, the Lord's rat catchers. That's why. You don't ever want to get involved with the cranium rats. What are you, some kind of sightseer?
Cranium rat.
Yes, the cranium rat. What are you living under a brick? What's wrong with you?
You hear Osborne laughing too. What an idiot.
He's just like, very well, have a good day. The rats went that way. I will point again.
Thanks, and they bust by you guys and start running towards the direction of where the rats were.
I was gonna ask them if they needed help, but...
Do you want to yell back at them?
I mean, I'm kind of looking at my teammates, like, what do you guys think?
Food.
You want help? Food. Very well.
Food first.
Never mind them. Never mind them.
Okay.
Githyanki fools.
Alright, you continue walking in the direction, Osborne's direction, but you guys are feeling really discouraged that he's just wandering around. You don't even really think he knows where he's going. But within an hour of similar things. Rats are running by you. Some shady people have been eyeing you. But the four of you make a kind of a group of individuals that a lot of these maybe muggers or burglars or whatever haven't really tried to trifle with you. Maybe because there's four of you. You also are armed. They can see your weapons on you. So that's a very good possibility why there's a chance that that you haven't been accosted by anything with it. What you were heading north, south, or east, or west?
North, south.
Wherever that my nose takes us.
Okay, so we'll just say you were heading kind of southeast towards the Great Foundry. This is a huge building you can see in the distance as you're approaching along the ring. And we'll open this up a little bit. You see an alley where there's lots of people coming in and out of. The smell of food hits up into your nostrils. Different spices and smells that you aren't accustomed to, but it actually smells very well, very good to you. In this area that you're at, you're near the like kind of in between the temple, the Shattered Temple that your tout had talked to you about, and this huge building that just smog is pumping out of. It's a giant building you can see in the distance over the last couple blocks that you're in front of you, but mostly because you can see these towers of these chimneys that smog is just pouring out of.
Yeah.
But you do see this alley. This alley is lit up in the rain and the smog. There are multiple colors of red, yellows, greens, and blues. And there are like these stalls within this alleyway that have been set up there. And there's smoke of the smell of food being cooked. People are buying food. Even in the rain, it's a very busy alley that you've discovered. Let me give you this little quip about it. Each one of these stalls has some kind of sign on it talking about the name of this little street food that they're serving there. It's a noisy alley brimming with plenty of street food. Creatures have come from far and wide to sample its delights or hawk them to hungry customers over the hubbub of the daily crowds. You can as you kind of walk the alley, you can see there's these different food vendors. One has deep fried meat, skewers sizzling in bubbling oil. You see there's some spicy dishes. A devil is cooking up these rotisseries of spicy meats. You see there's just all kinds of different of these vendors here, these stalls. There's somebody selling snow globes or snow cones, sorry, that are there. And there's like a candy. There's some candy you can purchase at another stall. So portions, right? You see the portion sizes are from bite-sized nibbles to bottomless portal buffets worthy of a giant's appetite. So it's catering to everybody here that comes through Sigil. The grease pit. There's a large sign above you, and these banners that say the grease pit, and you have found the grease pit. Now, the thing about the grease pit is it moves around throughout the hive world, so it's not always in the same alley every day. So you just happen to be able to stumble across it with your nose and your stomach, Osborne.
Oh,
so you
nice.
found the grease pit. Some of the vendors that you've noticed in the grease pit today, one is called the Bog Standard. Another one is Humongous Fungus. Another stall called Make It Snappy. There's another stall called Slim Pickins. One called Sugar and Spice. And another one called The Vine.
Mm. None of these sound good.
I'm gonna
Goes
check
on,
our
says.
ingredients thing and see if there's anything that appeared.
Nothing appears in the grease pit, that you're in. Smells are terrific. Anybody's wanting to try one of the different stalls that I mentioned, if you want to take a look at a certain stall, let me know. So you have the Bog Standard, Humongous Fungus, Make It Snappy, Slim Pickins, Sugar and Spice, and The Vine.
I want to check out
Humongous
Sugary
Fungus.
Spice.
Okay, Sugar and Spice, we'll start with that. It's the first one I heard, and then we'll do the other one. So it's a candy shop that looks to be owned by a fairy dragon. And also an imp is also behind.
Yay.
An imp is also behind the counter. So there's a bunch of different kinds of candies and confectionery treats that they're selling at Sugar and Spice. What was the one, Slim Pickins? Is that what you asked, Osborne?
No, the fungus.
The fungus, the humongous fungus. This stall is located in an enormous toadstool. The Myconid that operates this, it's like a sandwich parlor. Seems to specialize in fungal creations. You see there's a sign out there that says 5 stars. Customers rave about the mushroom meld, a spore top melt that gives you telepathic powers for 1 hour. It said there's a sign underneath. So the mushroom melt.
Magic mushrooms.
How much is that? Do you ask him how much it is?
Yep.
So the Myconid talks to you telepathically and says the mushroom meld, one of his specialties, is only 5 copper or something equivalent in value.
Ooh, I will. May I ask me as change for a gold piece?
Certainly, of course. And there's people starting to line up behind you, so you're lucky enough to get ahead of time up into it, or the line started growing behind you.
I'll give him a gold piece and ask for 9 silver and 5 copper.
Yep,
back.
he gives you back your amount and begins
I'm gonna
making this
devour it.
mushroom melt, the sandwich that's spore top melt. He turns around, he's on the flat top, he's cooking it up for you. What about the rest of you? I know that you were checking out the Sugar and Spice. Their Penny. Any curiosity?
Yes. I went to look at some of the pastries.
Oh yeah, so there's all kinds of different pastries. Very strange, a lot of them. Nothing looks, as far as your memories go of eating any of these pastries, a lot of them are very outlandish, but looks very delicious in the right, these concoctions are very sweet looking, and the little fairy dragon says, and it's sweet enough to rot a lich's teeth, as she looks at you. My name's Pancake, and this here is my partner, Critic. And she points
Just
to
call
the
me
imp.
Giggles.
Well, Giggles, it's very nice to meet you. I like your face paint on your face.
Thank you.
So what are you interested in? I've got all kinds of different pastries and sweets and these sour balls, which are really good. This is one of our #1 sellers, are these these sour balls that we make here. They're very puckering, like face puckering.
I'm more interested in something a little sweet that has cinnamon in it.
I have something perfectly for you, and these are called cinnamon swine ears. And she picks one up, and it's a pastry that's shaped like a pig ear. Looks like there's cinnamon all over it. It's pretty large, pretty big.
How much?
This, for you, because you're so nice with your painted face, I'll give it to you for 2 copper.
You have change for a gold piece.
Oh, absolutely. And again, people are starting to line up behind you. You just happen to get there at a perfect timing to be able to be served first, but it's starting to really get busy there. She takes the money, gives you the change back, and then gives you the pig ear, the cinnamon pig ear, or cinnamon swine ear.
Sweet, thank you very much. And I start chewing on it.
Yeah, as you kind of walk away from the little candy shop there, set up the little cart. You need to throw me a Constitution save.
That's without the con saves. Constitution.
Yeah, so you pop a curly tail where your butt through your butt there, and you grow pig ears for ears and a little pig nose. And all you can speak now is you can only speak pig. So you oink, and as you're eating this delicious, I mean, it's one of the most delicious pastries you've ever had.
Fun.
You give off after you eat it, so you've got this pig nose, pig tail, pig ears, and you give off the sweetest cinnamon scent from your body.
Sneaking's gonna be a lot harder.
So your melt is done, and he hands it to you on a little platter. This melt for you to eat. It smells divine. It looks pretty good too. It's a lot of mushroom stuff on it, and he gives it to you to eat. Osborne.
All right, I mean,
yeah, it is really, really delicious. It's one of the best things for you. So as you're eating it, someone else is eating a mushroom meld, and you can hear their thoughts. And the person eating it saying, "This is the most delicious sandwich I've ever eaten. Did I forget to take the kettle off the fire this morning?"
I'm going to respond to him like, I think you did.
And he looks at you and then raises a sandwich to you and takes another bite. What about Kelzad and Tag doing?
I'm going to the devil with the spicy food.
Uh-oh. I was going to look at Slim Pickens.
Okay, so we'll do the devil with the spicy food first. We'll get to that. Let's see. See if we got enough time. We have 10 minutes. Okay. So. Let's see. All right, so this, where the devil's preparing, is called the bog standard. You see that they're cooking up these patties, and they're a very delicious, the patty's almost reddish in color. And there's several of them that you can get, like a triple, a double, a single, a quad. So there's these patties that are what they're cooking up at the bog standard. Not only are they cooking up that, they're cooking some other things up that are there's a sign that says a food critic once called it damp with an unexpected crunch. So do you want to try one of the sultry patties or this damp
I'll do a double sultry patty.
All right, so you take the double. He cooks you up. That's three copper pieces for it. It's humongous. It's one of the biggest patty sandwiches you've ever eaten or seen in your entire life. It's double the size of your head.
Oh, I'm so happy.
As you bite into it, I need a con save. It is the hottest thing that you've eaten. Let's see if you can survive the heat.
And it just says disability on ability checks, not saves.
Right.
So I've been rolling disadvantage on everything.
So
I love it.
you're able to
It's
eat
delicious.
it, and it's burning bad, and you're sweating, and you consume half the burger. You consume more. You're able to breathe fire. So after once a time after a short rest for the next 24 hours, and it's an additional 1d6 fire damage. So you got a whole day of being able to do that after. Once a time, but you have to take a short rest to regurgitize it again. For the next 24 hours, you're able to do this. It's an additional 1d6 fire damage. You could randomly do it. You can just blow it out. You don't even have to be attacking anybody if you want. That's up to you. So that leaves us with Kelzad.
Slim pickings.
So Slim Pickens, you see, is owned by a wake of buzzard-looking Arakarkas. This tin-roof barbecue joint serves up sustainably sourced roadkill, scavenged fresh daily from arid stretches of inhospitable realms.
You went to a roadkill shack.
Oh my god. I go up to them, arms behind my back, and just ask them, what are you selling here? What are you selling?
Well, the best barbecue this place has ever seen. One of the buzzards look at you. The Arakarka more buzzards. It's delicious.
What does it look like? What am I?
As he sees it, it looks like barbecued chicken, or there's some barbecued pulled pork or pulled meats that they put on a sandwich. There's some sliced up barbecue meats. Nothing looks like actual roadkill down as it's cooked. It doesn't look like someone's been ran over by a wagon and then thrown on a pit. You know, it doesn't look like that, even though it is, basically.
I will try it. How much is it?
Well, they get you the best platter. It's only 3 copper pieces.
Okay, I will pay for it if you can change gold.
Oh, yes. And he slowly is counting it back out to you onto your hand. He finishes up and gives you the platter. So roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh god.
So you
Hey,
sprout
there we go.
wings behind your back as you're eating
Oh.
it. And you can fly for the next 24 hours. You have a flight of 40 feet.
Wow, this is so very useful. And I'm gonna look at my flying boots. I can already fly. But now I don't need the boots to wear, yeah? Like, look at me.
Hey, you chose it, not me.
It's all right. I know it's here.
Now you can move
And I'm like,
by far.
But these wings are like like barbecued chicken wings. They're not feathered or anything. So large, huge barbecued chicken wings.
I'm gonna like try to like meet up with my friends. Like, look what just happened. I
What does
understand why
everybody
that
say
food
to
was.
his naked barbecued chicken wings he's got for wings? I mean, you've got Piggy over here who smells like cinnamon.
I'm gonna
Oh,
say things
no.
into his mind like, "What is wrong with your back?"
Yeah, so you hear that
I don't know.
telepathically into your mind there.
This is why the normal. This is why the normal food is so
And
expensive because it
comparatively,
doesn't
I
turn
look
into a freak.
fine.
Yeah, you
Comparatively,
look.
I
No,
look
you don't look
fine.
fine. If there was some change to your body, we wouldn't be able to tell because you are burned.
Oh, that's
So what is
Yeah,
wrong
I'm
with
crispy.
rather rude of you.
you? It's
I'm,
the truth.
I'm tempted to burp in his face.
Oh, okay. Are you going to?
Uh,
It's like, I'm totally fine, burp. Fire!
So let's talk about this.
uh,
Are you really gonna? You want to do that?
I'll burp above his head.
yeah, I'm cool with that.
So fire blows from her
It's funny.
mouth
I'll
or
do
his
it.
mouth right above your head, just barely singeing the tops of your wings, which kind of hurts.
Ow. Kind of hurts.
See, I'm
So,
totally fine.
the only one, Oswald, you can read minds. Can you find anything out of this? If you can look in our minds,
Yeah, I'll try.
or does he just hear? Does he just hear?
It's just he can hear your thoughts. So
I'm sorry. Okay,
thoughts.
misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's the only one that could communicate with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all you can say is oink oink, oink oink. So yes.
Good lord.
I'm gonna be like, I completely understand what
good.
you're saying.
What?
Oh, someone
Well,
has to speak with animals
could be a
spell.
lot.
Everybody's got their fill, so let's go ahead and give you another 3 temporary hit points on top of the hit points you should already have. Those will expire at midnight tonight, the 10 that you had. And let's call it a night. This is our end of our session. So we'll play next Monday again at the same time, 6 p.m. And then we've also got that we also have that one shot coming up, so don't forget about that on Friday night, 26.
Okay.
Okay, so let's call that a night. Everybody have a good night, a good rest of the week, and any questions, comments, or concerns, check it on Discord. And this should be up by this Sunday, this video. Okay?
Okay.
All right, everybody have a great night. Thanks for playing.
Good,
All right, guys, have a good one.
good night, everyone.